Okay, question 3. This question is from Tom Rawlins, who says, what elements are crucial for successful band releases? Pics, videos, bio, and what other elements are useful? So this is a question which is how long is a piece of string, but how good are you as a band, and how good are you as a salesperson? If you can write a phenomenal song and you are good at actually selling it, then you don't need any of that stuff. But everything that you just said on there, pics, videos, bio, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, they're just ways of actually getting your content out there. And they're very good ways of getting your content out there. So which ones are crucial? In my opinion, if I was going to do a release, I would make sure I had specific pictures for that release. I'd make sure I had a specific video, because video is the way that we tell stories in this day and age. Bio, I mean, it's not going to hurt. You know, a lot of these questions, I think people know the answers, and when you actually say yes, you need to do all of them better. You know, I think people's bios are generally shit. Myself, I think videos you could make twice as many videos as you do normally, and you know, with everyone's iPhone, you could do pictures every day if you wanted to. So what's stopping you? What's stopping you doing those things? So what elements are useful to a band release? I think what's actually useful is not what those things are. I think it's the strategy that's behind all of that. So for me, when it comes to we're going to put a release out, it's actually starting to tell the story before you start writing the songs. That's how far back it is. So people are doing this strategy where they make some music, they've got the music, and they go, right, we need to promote our music. How are we going to promote this thing which we've finished? Notice the word finished. We are going to promote the thing that we've finished. I wouldn't do that. I'd say we are about to go into this process. That is the time to start marketing it. So I'm writing a book at the moment. I say writing, but I'm working with someone on a book. And it's going to be released probably around January. Now at the moment, maybe February. At the moment it's September. I'm telling you now, September, this is what I'm working on, and I'm doing updates on my Instagram, I'm doing updates on my Snapchat, I'm doing little updates here and there on my Twitter of things about the book, because it won't be finished being written until December. Then I've got to get all the artwork and get the whole thing put into place, and that's going to be January or February time. So we're talking 6 months here. And if I just write the book and go, ta-da, I've got a book, it's not going to work, because I'm just off into sales land, and people they haven't heard about the book, they don't know what it's about. I'm trying to convince them. So it's not so much the pics, the video, and the bio, it's the strategy of putting all of this together in a coherent package that when you actually go push the button, people are ready for it. So if you are going to do a photo shoot, that's telling a story. If you are going to do a video shoot, that's telling a story. If you are going to do writing songs, releasing an EP, a single, whatever you want to call it, that is telling the story. And it goes through all the way through it, and then you actually release the pictures and the video, and you actually have the deadline day of when it's going to be released, of what you want to do with it, because that's a big thing. So many bands go, I've recorded some music, I'm going to give it away for free and I'm going to sell it at the same time. Well, we know that doesn't work. So having the whole thing as one coherent strategy, that is the important thing. And therefore, if you miss out on something like a bio or some pics, and you have to use old pics, it's not the end of the world. It's about having one coherent strategy, and I feel like what bands are doing at the moment is they're trying to cherry pick little bits, and I think your strategy should start earlier, it should finish later. I think there should be months of lead up. I think you should release it. I think there should be months of post sales, of saying we're not going to stop until we've sold 1,000 copies, and then we're going to start the process again, instead of what actually happens, which is band goes quiet for ages while they're doing something. Band records the demos, has a couple of Instagram bits of them in the studio to try and build a little bit of momentum, which is too slow. And then the band releases it. Then a band spends a week telling people on Facebook, being like, by the way, we've got a track out, we've got an album out. And everyone goes, oh shit, right, yeah, cool, I'll get around to that. And then the momentum's gone and it stops, and everyone goes, why didn't I sell any albums? Or why didn't I get my album out there? Or why hasn't this worked on my Facebook? It's like you've taken the entire process of this much time of what you can do, and you've tried to do it like this, where you've tried to make the entire process of building the excitement, releasing it, and selling it into 2, 3, 4 weeks, instead of doing it over 6 months and actually hammering it home. So So what elements are crucial? The strategy. That's what's crucial. The strategy of how you're going to, or when you're going to start, how you're going to put everything together in a coherent order so that your fans and your audience buy into it. And then when you say, by the way, it's going to happen, you're going to have to buy this when it comes out, and you keep going and going and going, and you say, it's dropped. And then after that, you spend weeks and weeks and weeks, or even months, phoning people, telling people, texting people, emailing people that you've not seen, getting on your Facebook and talking one-to-one, because that's the bit that actually gets your release to places. And then you've got a video and you say, right, I'm going to put that on every single forum I can possibly find all over the world. I'm just going to go, by the way here, by the way here, by the way here. And people are watching going, ugh, that's a bit dirty, because you're actually just forcing it on. Well, that's marketing. That's what it is. Marketing is going, here's my stuff. I'm trying to get it in front of eyeballs. I'm doing Facebook boosts and doing Facebook posts and then going out on tour. Like, it's exactly the same. If you're on tour and you do a support slot, the people who came to see the main headline, but they didn't give a shit about you. They didn't come to see you, but you've hijacked it by going, by the way, we're here as well. So people will go, yeah, fine, I'll watch you. It's the same thing with social media. It's exactly the same thing. All you're doing is you're boosting, or you're advertising, or you're pushing it onto a different forum, trying to get people to go, who's this? What is this? Oh, actually, it's quite good. And lots of people will hate you for it, but lots of people will like you, and that's how your audience grows, in my opinion.